What's good, everyone? It's Zigzag here, aka the Thai Goat, at least on my second account. But I'm going to be playing on Geoguessr duels and trying to reach the highest rank, the Champion Division. I do not know how long it's been since someone achieved that on no moving, panning, or zooming, but we're going to try and do it today anyway. We only need about 3 or 4 more wins in a row, and as we've seen in the series so far, those wins in a row do come. So hopefully today is one of those days. And let's get straight into the first game here. We're against an Israeli opponent, and of course, no moving, panning, or zooming. We have a fairly difficult round here. I think it looks like Hong Kong? Yeah, that should be a Hong Kongolese giveaway sign. The only problem is, could it be Singapore? You guys know I love to screw this up. The problem with Hong Kong is I don't see any mountains. We have the Google car here. We're definitely driving left. And our opponent will no doubt know very shortly which country this is. We have massive infrastructure here, like a big bridge. Makes me think more of Hong Kong. I think I've seen that giveaway sign there as well. So I will go Hong Kong here. Rather reluctantly. I mean, we'll know when we turn around. And it looks correct. Yeah, we have mountains here, so yeah, we are absolutely correct here. That is very good. I mean, I am known to, especially on the Duel series, to screw that one up sometimes. And so, yeah, definitely happy to have gotten it correct, and we'll see if our opponent does know it. And our opponent does indeed. I mean, that was definitely a freebie round when you looked around. However, NMPZ was made to be rather challenging, because these are hand-picked locations. And round 2, we're still against him. That's interesting that we have this screen popping up again. But we're in Israel this time, and our opponent is Israeli, so we'll just go straight for the guess. Tel Aviv should be correct here, although there are still those northern cities that this could be as well, in my opinion. And so we'll have to see if his ability to read in Hebrew is actually going to be much of an advantage here. And no, it's not. He goes also in Tel Aviv. It ends up being in Haifa, or outskirts of Haifa. So we do some damage there, and I will send a happy face because, you know, obviously we got the points there. Okay, next one here should be Taiwan. We got a Taiwanese pole off to the left here behind my webcam. And this is flat, so guessing in the west coast of Taiwan is normally the play when you see that. And yeah, we both just insta-guess there. Very good of our opponent to follow suit and make a quick guess, because Taiwan rounds are kind of boring in duels most times. Okay, next one here, Thailand. That's a country that's more interesting, although very difficult. Red soil here definitely makes me think that we might be in the east of Thailand. Don't really see any other evidence for anywhere else. A lot of palm trees, so maybe not too far from a river or the coast, but that doesn't help too much. I'm just going to click East Thailand here and hope that we're not in the south, because it was a lot of palms. Ooh, that looks southern. That much dense vegetation. So this is like a bit of Beatty red soil, I think. And, okay, that's why. It was all the way on the south coast of the mainland, and our opponent goes southern, so actually a good result for us. Looking around, though, I probably would have gone for a similar guess to him, although maybe I could have ascertained a bit more. Anyhow, next one here is Jordan, and whoops, did not mean to zoom in, but that one should be Amman, because this taxi with the green base and the yellow top is very common in Amman, and this feels like a big city, so I would expect our opponent to get it as well, because there's not too many options in Jordan when it comes to big cities, and he does. Okay, well, we're still actually going flawless despite a bunch of easier rounds, so this is good. However, as multis kick in, things get a little more random, which is always a bit scary. But next one here is in Romania. Our opponent will know that because this pole is very Romanian looking. And yeah, we're just somewhere in the Carpathians here. I'm not really sure what vibe I get. I'm going to go for here, but to be honest, this can be anywhere inside the mountains. It's quite difficult to region guess them, even for the best Romanian players. I think that's where they struggle to get the right area. But we'll see where our opponent goes here. He has 5 seconds left, and, well, makes a really nice guess. Maybe there was a road name, or maybe that's just a middle click. But our guess was also good, so really no complaints there at all. We're kind of just waiting on a hard round here, and our opponent's definitely playing very solid, so I'm not really sure what the deal, or not what the deal is, but how we're going to make this win. But the next one here definitely gave me Western Hungary vibes, although this could be anywhere. I mean, the poor quality road is maybe more of an East meta, but I thought the buildings kind of look Western. We'll find out soon enough, regardless. Yeah, poor quality won out this time, and opponent goes for a very similar guess to us, 255 damage, sends the smiley face through to me. Okay, next one here. We're finally getting to a big country here. This should be the US or Canada. Definitely strikes me as US at this stage. We do have front plates here, so it shouldn't be too far south, theoretically. Kind of darker plates on some of these vehicles. Not really sure where I think this is. Probably Appalachians somewhere, not too far south. Concrete road's definitely interesting. I think I have to just go for a guess here, because we're on a fairly major road. We have front plates, so probably not West Virginia. Maybe Virginia itself, although is this further north? Do we see any birch trees or anything? I don't know. No, some of the cars don't have fronts. I think I'm going to go further south here. I'm going to go here, hedge it in the middle of everything. Do we actually have no fronts? Yeah. Yeah, some have no fronts, so hopefully this is a decent guess. Oh, we're in a big city. Don't recognize the city just yet, but hopefully we're not too far. Ooh, we were very close. Knoxville there. Opponent, under the pressure, goes Portland. Very reasonable guess, I guess. But yeah, just in the middle of everything there, we happen to get a nice guess. It's 12 points only for a very well-fought battle by Yoav there. So well played to him, but hopefully our next duel will be more successful even, and we can take some early victory. And our next game is against a very highly rated player here, just under Champion Division from the poll as well. And what do we have on this first round here? Looks like it's going to be somewhere in Europe. That's a Polish crossing sign. We do have a place name here. I'm not going to trust it too much. I would say I'm just going to guess outside of Warsaw here because it's better to be humble when you're region guessing Poland. I've really learnt that after trying to get better at it some more. You really are, unless you see mountains for the south or something very distinctively Baltic looking, then you should just guess really near the middle. And it was exactly in the middle here, which I should have done. Again, just always trying to do something fancy, but really would have just been better off right in the dead center. Anyhow, it's not the start I wanted, but it's a fine start. The next one here is looking like it's going to be in Brazil. Now, we have this very dense vegetation common in the northeast, and I'm just trying to confirm that it is Brazil. These poles do look Brazilian, however... okay, we do have double yellow. It should be correct then. Yeah, then I would be thinking maybe like Ceará here, Piauí, Maranhão, anything in the northeast is also possible. Could even be further south, but I think this kind of like, yeah, the very dense vegetation should lead us to be correct here, in my opinion. And, yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it here. Could we be... Yeah, okay, we are a bit further west there. And that was near San Luis. Good guess from the opponent there. I wonder if there was signage, because we were on a major interchange, so could well have had signage there. But if we did, that's a good thing to get out of the way quickly. We don't want to have that on a late round, so yeah, it's a problem with NMPZ when you're playing a really highly rated player like this. But, you know, if we win this, then we can prove that we actually can play in Champion against people who are moving, which is obviously a little bit of a flex, but yeah, they really should just add no moving, panning, or zooming. If you want to add the devs, do that, because, yeah, we're still waiting. We've been waiting a good 2 years now. But anyway, 6 points there. We're at a disadvantage, but not a big one here. And we have some southern Russia here. This is what it looks like to me. Big highway. Or is it? No. Oh, what is that then? Okay. So, we should be in Poland, or is it Turkey? 2022 coverage. Massive mountains north there. There should be Turkey, actually. I think I would just go fairly western, though, because it looked like Europe for sure. Wait, do they have mountains here? Because it looked kind of like... I'm going to go here. It kind of looked like western Turkey. Let's have a look around. Are we right? We don't have an antenna, so that would immediately mean we're wrong. Where are we then? I thought it was Turkey. It could be like Spain or something, I guess. What's this guardrail doing, though? No, it should be Eastern Europe. Maybe, wait. Oh, it is Turkey. What the heck? Oh, yeah, no antenna is possible. I forgot that for a second. Well, good thing I didn't move panel zoom, I guess, because maybe I would have got it wrong otherwise, but we're on to Maltese now. That's why I was so confused. I was like, where is it if it's not Turkey? Anyway, next one here. Manitoba. I would say Manitoba pole top here. This could actually be really good for us if our opponent doesn't know pole tops. It could actually be Ontario as well, now that I say that, but this pole top with the low crossbar, very common in Manny. So I'm feeling like we're probably correct here. And it was Manny, and 1.5 times damage is not insignificant there. It's going to be over 1,000 points, 1.7k. Could have had a better region guess for even more damage, but I'm not going to complain at all. Next one here, are we in... We have... Ooh, yeah, we have to go straight for this. These are the... They're found around here. These tuk-tuks with the umbrella tops. They can be found elsewhere, which is somewhat scary, but we have tons of palms. It does look like this area, so you just go straight for the guess and hope that the opponent doesn't know where it is. Don't see that town name, if it is a town, but oh yeah, we're on it. Beautiful stuff there. Put the pressure on, and again, it's big damage, 3.2k. Definitely in commanding position here. We have Brazil, which I don't love to see, but it's certainly not bad, if I can region guess it. We have tons of palms here. This feels like Maranhão to me. We do have hills as well. This should be like Maranhão or adjacent to Maranhão just because of how many of these like Amazonian palms we have, but they're definitely like the Maranhão looking ones, and look at that. We have the state of Maranhão logo there, which means our opponent will get it, but at least we made the good guess. That's, I think, all we can really ask for. And yeah, our opponent gets in the right region of Maranhão, so no knockout damage here, unfortunately. But you have to admit, it was a nice guess. It was a nice guess, and maybe it did look more like Piauí. Maybe that was a bit of a throw. I don't know. no. Next one here. Are we in Guatemala or... Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I would say so. The Cabla's a bit weird, but it should just be Guat, and we have to go for a region guess here to see if we can knock him out. I think more Western is the vibes. Oh yeah, here's the car. Yep. I think it looks more Western. Yeah, so hopefully if our opponent hedges east, then we might knock him out. I mean, it's 3 times damage. We could knock him out even if he goes Guatemala City here, and we have a really crazy guess. But it was just between us there, so no knockout damage on this occasion. Still though, 51 points. It all counts. It all counts at this stage in the multis. The next one here is interesting. I could get knocked out here. I think this is a fairly difficult one. Okay, it's northern Chile, I think. Yeah. Yeah, should be. Now, where do we want to go? These mountains are to our north, pretty big, and it's pretty green where we are, which is a bit concerning. Maybe we go like here. Maybe, I think I just have to hedge it here, maybe. I think I'm just going to hedge it there for Arica and Antofagasta, because I think this can be anywhere in north. Let's take a look around. Still feel good about Chile, of course. It might be quite a bit further south here. There's quite a lot of green. I think I would hedge it further south if I was guessing again. We could get knocked out here. Yeah, wow, we actually win on a very baity south there. NMPZ definitely look north, but yeah, unlucky to our opponent there. Obviously, it's one way to win, to get 20 points off a pretty bad guess, but you know, sometimes your opponent also has the same bad vibe, and you come through with a win. That's always nice. Okay, next one here against a Russian opponent. And this one, oh, this one's a crazy round. I've seen these ones before in southern, I think this is southern Norway, you know? Or is it actually just Greenland? Okay, actually, it's just Greenland. Then, if we have another car following us along, how far north would this be? I don't know. I'm just gonna plonk it, guys. I will learn Greenland before the next World Cup. Oh, the green car. Maybe that was actually East Coast. I wouldn't have the balls to go there anyway, but this is a huge cemetery. Like, there has to be some kind of population center nearby. So we'll find out. It was this one instead. So, okay, Ilusat, whatever it's called, is a pretty big town there. Okay, didn't know that. Next one here. Opponent goes for a reasonable hedge. Fortunately, ours is better. This is Baltic for sure. I think that Latvia is probably the play here, but I could actually see other options being correct as well. We'll probably know when we turn around here. Everything looks good for Latvia. I remember we could go and look at the poll, I guess. First moving I've done in the video, I think. Yeah, it was Latvia. Okay, our opponent goes Lithuania. Hard to describe, just had a vibe there. It's probably the coverage. The coverage, like, subconsciously looks more Latvian somehow, and then, you know, I don't really know how to explain why I went there. Next one there, here, though. Looks like it's going to be Thailand. It's actually kind of a difficult Thailand. No real vibe guess here, though I think it's somewhere in the center of the country. I will just go here and call it a day, to be honest. This is a difficult one. Could this be South Thailand? Maybe it could be. Where is it actually? Okay, it was just Max East Thailand instead. Yeah, this was like literally no vibes around. The soil wasn't quite red enough for me to want to go all the way east, and then I didn't want to like be too crazy going north or south. So, okay, next one here is very dry, very winterish looking. So I normally click out here when it kind of looks like that. That's generally speaking the best bet when it's very sandy and very winterish. Or over here could be around Mountain as well. That's the other option with this kind of coverage, but I think I prefer where I am right now. We'll find out soon enough regardless. It was out there, very good, and our opponent makes a decent guess. Definitely another area that it could have potentially been, but yeah, this kind of western stuff often looks like that, which is definitely a good one to know. Our opponent is confused how we got it. Fair enough. Probably doesn't know who I am, or maybe it's just you know, playing in on the joke, which is always good as well. Okay, next one here. What do we have? Our opponent immediately sends us in. I don't know how far north or south this is. Ooh, that is my alarm. Yeah, I don't know how far north or south to click. I think I'm just going to go near Trondheim here. This should be a fine enough guess. And okay, our opponent goes Oslo. I was distracted by my alarm going off there, reminding me to check something, but that's okay. I mean, I knew when I set that alarm it would go off during the video, and I would... Okay, but that's okay. No time to dwell on the past. Next one here is hard. It should be like Croatia or something. I'm just going to go straight for it here. I think our opponent might struggle as well. We do have the antenna, which would definitely fit for Croatia here. Interestingly, like Orange Road. I think Croatia is definitely the main option here, based on the way the vegetation looks and the road looked, but we will see. Oh, really good guess there. Really happy with that one. Our opponent goes in Italy, not a bad guess either. 1.8k though. We've been really accurate when it mattered on this episode, which has been gratifying to see. And the next one here is Bangladesh. Now, normally when you get the Gen 3 car these days, you should click a bit further north. However, I'm noticing this kind of more colonial-like pavement here, which makes me want to probably click a bit further south, as well as the palms. So I'm kind of just going to click around here, I think. We'll find out where it actually is. And it was south. Yeah, our opponent, follows the meta and goes north. But 2.5 times damage, it's 1.2k there. Could have actually knocked him out with a perfect guess, but definitely satisfied with how that went. Okay, next one here, we have a road name. I'm going to ignore it. What's the vibe? Okay, the vibe's kind of south here, I think. So maybe road name would actually be useful. The 0 kilometers, 627. I can't remember how to read those, to be honest with you. Okay. Then I would say actually the south vibe isn't quite substantiated. We don't have quite enough in the way of palms. So I'm going to click in the middle. I'm going to click in the middle here. And it was north. That was a good idea. I definitely considered north when I saw how few palms there were. We were definitely quite a way away from any, what would you say? Any water source or anything like that. So, yeah. Okay, next one's very difficult. Very bad for NPZ. Okay, is Italy. Thank goodness we have the, I'm just going to click near Naples here. Thank goodness we have the, ooh. We're actually closer here by a good margin. Yeah. Wow, another crazy way to win there. Opponent immediately, I guess, didn't expect that to happen. And yeah, 13 points. Okay, nice. I think we'll go for one more duel today. Obviously, been very successful and a bit lucky today so far, but I'm playing well. So I really don't see why we shouldn't go for one more here on the video and see if we can push up just on the brink. Googling is for dorks, based username, is our next opponent. See if we can push up just very close to the required 1,100 points. Next one here, very sandy. I think we'll just go straight for Surgut here. Although it is a little bit weird. Maybe it's like Western here. I'm going to go Kanti Mansisk. Because we don't have the red car, which I think would normally be in Surgut. I can't really remember how it works, but regardless, yeah, this kind of very sandy stuff is very common in Khanty-Mansi province or oblast. And yeah, we have 500 points damage there to start off. Not a bad guess from the opponent, all things considered. He has he's got a very high level background, so he's played quite a lot of the game. Next one here, double yellows, we're driving right, and we have the kind of gray car. So I would say that means we are in Colombia. I think that combination would add up to Colombia here. Very palmish. Maybe we are closer to the coast. I'm not really sure what that means. Would love to look around here, TBH. I'm actually going to look around. I'm going to leave my guess here. Here, and then have a look around, because I want to see what this is like. I mean, it is Colombia, which is good. Could be a bit further north, I think. We'll see, though. Yeah, it was a bit further north there. Now, that's the thing. When you look around, you get more info, and you have a better guess. But, yeah, 800 points damage there. Really nothing too bad. Next one here. What do we have? Interesting landscape. Is it, like, Spain or something? Definitely strikes me as potentially Spanish. We do have an antenna here. So, could we be in... interesting, like, poplar-looking tree here. Could we be in Greece? It is possible. I think Spain's better, though, I'm just going to click middle Spain. It gave me more of a north vibe initially. By the way, this is a Spanish hunting sign, so we're correct. But it was just middle. That makes sense. Okay, so opponent definitely making nice guesses so far. I definitely think this is one where we're likely to lose, but I'm going to give it everything to make sure we win, of course. We have yellow plates here, I assume. Yeah, this is going to be Israel. Feels kind of fairly ancient here. Could see this being Jerusalem, actually, instead of Tel Aviv. I'm going to click Jerusalem. It's some older city. Yeah, this looks like Jerusalem. Lots of old buildings. Oh, we do have apartments as well. Maybe it's Bet Shemesh or something. Okay, just outside of Israel. That makes sense. And yeah, good guess there. Nice little NMPZ pickup there that the buildings were a bit older. Definitely a good meta between Tel Aviv and the city of Jerusalem. Okay, next one here. We are in Nigeria. We have the Wagyu car. So, it's often found either east or west, which is not that helpful, but not too much in between, I think. I think this actually kind of gives me mixed vibes, We have very poor air quality. That is definitely something you see often in the east of Nigeria. What does it say there? Would love it if I could have gotten a bit more info here, but we'll just have to hedge it out here, which is where I think it is. And yeah, it was a Nugu. I think I had it clicked in a Nugu. Whoops. But that's a really good guess. Really not going to complain about that. But yeah, the really poor air quality is a southeast meta because they do have a lot of oil fields there. So I think that's the reason you would tend to lean that way. Next one here we have, I think, Polish language. And everything looks a bit German. I'm going to click Western Poland here. Go against my own bias here and click in Western Poland. I'll be a bit you know, measured with my guess. I'll go a bit further east than I normally would. But let's have a look around. I mean, it definitely looks southwestern Polish. Look at these houses. They feel kind of Alpine-like, but it was actually east and in the flattest area. So yeah, I mean, I should just take my own advice, but you know, I like to try things sometimes, and it rarely pays off on Poland. It pays off on other countries, but not Poland. Okay, you know, lesson learned, lesson learned. Next one here, we have Germany bollards. It's very flat here. The road's like very, it's very like patchy, which is interesting. I definitely think it gives me a north vibe here. We have brick architecture on this house, so outside of Bremen could work quite nicely. I think everything works for this guess, although, oh yeah, I'm looking at this house, very Dutch. Yeah, we should be in the right area here. Should be somewhere in this northwestern sector of Germany, in my opinion. We'll see if I'm right. It was actually Hamburg, so yeah. I mean, this guy's just making really nice guesses. It's going to be hard to beat because ultimately he may come across some info on Community World, which would render us pretty helpless. Next one here, we have, ooh, interesting architecture. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so I thought that, oh, we do have one of those houses. Now, this is a, I believe, a West Sumatra house. I'm just going to have to go for it. But this roof here, now, my Indonesian friend was telling me what it symbolizes, but it is like shaped to symbolize like the supporting of a family or something like that. And it's very kind of angular. And we have a church, which also fits if I was right, which I'm not, but it was West Sula. So we get triple damage and 4.7k. We had our opponent under the pressure, we guess straight away, you have to say that. Yeah, okay, that was a different roof. That was the Sulawesi roof, which looks similar, but not the same. Okay, next one here. Back in Indo, we have very mixed vibes here, honestly. I might just hedge this a bit. Yeah, 2021 copyright. I wonder if this is Sulawesi again. I'm going to hedge in the ocean here. I think it's best to do that. We have lots of Java roofs here. This is actually Central Java. If our opponent knows, then we're in deep trouble, but he doesn't. He misses the roofs, and so we live to fight another day. 1.9k damage. Oh, man. I mean, I did think Java initially, for something made me go away from it, but yeah, looking around, that was an easy one. But unfortunately, didn't get it. Okay, next one here. Amazon 2022 coverage, directly north. But is it Amazon? I mean, I see a interesting grassy hill there, but this looked Amazon in the distance. I'm going to go Manaus here. Not really sure if that's correct. Let's have a look around here. It certainly could be correct. We have a river, which obviously kind of fits nicely, but what's this here, if this is Manaus? It feels like too developed, or too much going on. And yeah, this is going to be knockout damage, I believe. He's quite a bit closer. I could have gone there, but it did not strike me that way at all. I mean, the dirt road, just quite uncommon out there. But yeah, there we go. 19 points lost, so I mean, should have ended it off. But I mean, this guy, he seems very underrated. He should definitely be in the Champions Division, in my opinion. We can check it out his profile here. And amazingly, this guy has 150 games played and 7,000 duels, which actually might be the most I've ever seen. So there you go. Not really surprised that he beat us on his favorite format here. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching the video all the way to the end. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Had some good guesses here. Also some bad ones, but that is Geoguessr when playing NMPZ. But yeah, see you guys next time. Goodbye.